important thing is not so much whether they leave or not. I think it's a good thing for young people to travel around, and in fact, the European Commission has several schemes that promotes mobility within the European Union. The important thing is that they come back, and they come back with knowledge and with experience and with network. And I think that certainly will be in the interest of the country. So how do the numbers compare? You know, if you take all this into account, that would be difficult for me because I'm not a labor economist, and I'm just, you know, a macroeconomist, and I do certain part of the job. But again, what I would like to point out here is that openness, also in this regard, is worked very well for the country, and I think in the future will work very well. And my experience in this country is that people are really deep inside very tolerant, and you know, they just look into the other individual and appreciate their contribution, and I think that's very good. That's why people like to come here. It's nature of any recovery, especially in a country like Ireland, where you have a town or a city or an urban area which dominates the economy, that when the recovery starts, it's in the center in the first place, and I agree with you. And I think one should look into ways to make sure that other parts of the country equally benefit from this. Yes, I think we're certainly very critical of our own activity, and you know, I spent my past 15 years of my life with, you know, dealing with situations like this. I never expected to be this my job again, but that's what life, you know, brought to me. But again, with the benefit of hindsight, of course, you know, we know what could have been or should have been done differently, and this is very important learning exercise, which we do. And if you read our reports, which we shoot every quarter during the program, you see a lot of self-criticism or criticism on, you know, what could have been done better or what should be done better moving forward. And I think this learning will not be lost, because Ireland will be part of the European semester, and the Union will issue country-specific recommendations to Ireland. So we'll try to factor this learning from this joint, you know, exercise or joint work that we did during the past 3 years, to try to give you better quality policy advice. But as an economist, I'm always very humble. I understand all the limitations. I'll be disappointed. I think, you know, we are on record saying it several times, that the cost of healthcare in Ireland is one area where the boom period resulted in a very rapid cost inflation all across the system. And unfortunately, you are not, you know, you don't have that much money as before, so I think there is a need for this. But even without that, I think it's very important that taxpayers get, you know, value for their money, and I think that's what we need to do here. But my understanding is that there is a continuous exercise to look into the efficiency of this, and we pointed out drug costs particularly, but generally cost in healthcare sector is one area where we believe more can be done, it should be done. And as I mentioned, the European semester and country-specific recommendations, this is one area where we possibly might come up with further recommendations. So our relationship is long-term one, and just because the program is over, you know, we'll have several ways of suggesting areas for improvement for everyone.